How's it going, guys? James here from Butler Farms, and I'm back out here again in the yard putting more plants in the ground. Guys, I can't tell you, it makes me feel good to be putting stuff in. I'm hoping that we're going to be successful with this. I'm going to show you what we're doing. I'm right down the hill from where I put the blueberries in. You can still see my stuff up there. And one other thing, one piece that we are missing here is muscadines, southern wild grapes. Never been very successful with them. We've tried it before. We have bought muscadine vines. We have moved some wild ones to a place that I knew better than to put it there. They did not get enough sunshine. They are shaded out by trees and things like that. So this time we're going to try to do it right. Back during the summer, late summer, we were working on some of the things up on our hunting land where you've seen me many times, and we were walking down to one of our green fields, and there was a muscadine vine that was loaded, and we looked all over the ground and it had been loaded. It was everywhere, and even what was left from all the animals that had come through and eaten their fill of it. Guys, you couldn't even walk. There was that many muscadines. So it was marked. My dad found it and marked it, and this is the time of year to move them. So during a midday break from hunting up there, we actually walked back over there to where it was, and we have taken cuttings from it, and that's what I'm doing down here today. Now, just like what you saw in the last video with the blueberries, this is not rocket science, and you know, it's one of those kind of things that if it works, great. I would love to see it work. I would love to get muscadines established here, and eventually be able to trellis them. For now, we just got to get them to live through this first season and root. These are wild muscadines, so you know, it's kind of hit or miss, but after talking to a lot of the older guys that are way more knowledgeable than me at church, and then my dad's got muscadines, every one of them almost without fail came from wild muscadines. Makes sense, you know. It's the muscadines that they are moving and putting out in their yards are native here. They're used to the climate. You know, there's no shock when it comes to them. They're already acclimated here, and so that's what I'm hoping happens here. Like I said, the wild ones that I moved up here before, I knew when I put them in that place that they were not going to get the sunshine and everything that they needed, and so that was kind of a wasted effort. Now, I'm going to show you real quick what I'm doing now. Again, if you do not have one of those tools, I mean, every gardener, everybody that grows their own food needs a sharpshooter. You can see that is a weird looking hole, right? So just like with the blueberries, muscadines are very shallow rooted, and I don't want to plant them deeper than what they need to be. Now you can see, you say, well, your hole's not long enough, this is not laying down in there. This was never in the ground. So you can see where the dirt ends right there at my finger, and this is the part that started climbing and went up a tree where we cut it. But you can see that we have some really good roots here. You got the main root, and you got all these little side roots, and what I've done is I've dug a hole, obviously, that gives it some room to expand. I've taken my sharpshooter and I have chopped this in the bottom to break that up a little bit. And I mean, look how pretty this soil is, guys. That if I can't grow muscadines in that, then I need to just quit. But again, you see my feed bag that I've converted into holding my soil, because you know, like I told you with the blueberries, you put the soil out here on the grass and then you try to rake it back into the hole, and you never can get it back in the hole where it goes. So all I'm going to do is I have dug my hole the same depth as it was in the ground, as I can tell from where the dirt ends, where it was under the ground. And these things are a little tricky because they were all kind of twisted under the ground. But what I will do is I will take and crumble this up real good and get it some good contact here, and then I'll pour the rest in on top of it. Now, as far as fertilizing, I will not fertilize this at all. I'm just going to let it run. Eventually, if it takes and I'm able to get it up and it starts running to where I have to start trellising it, then I'll reconsider that later on. But right now, I don't want to shock it. I don't want to you know, do anything other than what it naturally does. It's already, you know, obviously they're dormant right now, but I don't want to add any more stress to the plant. Now, I've got another one over here, and you can see the amount of roots on that. It's kind of hard to see on this brown dead grass out here, but you can see where I've cut my shape around it. I've laid it out to where I can cut my shape around it. There's actually going to be two pieces of this sticking out of the ground right here, where you can see that's where the hole is going to end. This part was out of the ground, and then over here the hole is going to end right there, because from there up was out of the ground. So that's what the old timers told me. They said plant it exactly like you found it, plant it the same depth, and just see what happens, see what comes. I may have to, over the years, out of these three that I'm planting today, I may have to replace one next year, and that's fine. I'm, you know, like I said, I'm just trying new things here in 2025. I'm still doing some of my old things up there with my blueberries. I got to go get all my junk out of the yard, but I'm trying some new things, trying to put some more food options up here. You know, from the outside, it'll just look like, you know, a bush or a shrub. I've got it far enough away from the road where it's, I mean, people that know what it is are going to know what it is, but I've got it far enough away from the road that it won't be as noticeable. And yeah, just continuing to move on. You know, I've got my apple and pear trees up there on top, in between those catalpa trees that are kind of at the end of their life cycle, but I'm going to leave them for now. As they die out, I will put more fruit trees up there, and then, you know, where I've got all my blueberry bushes, plus the ones up the hill around my strawberry patch and things like this. And now I'm adding this right over there through the garden on that hill. I've got blackberries and raspberries. Again, they haven't done much, but that's okay. I'm trying them, and I'm still learning each and every day, and trying new things, and that's all we can do. So I'm going to get these. I know the rain's coming. I can feel the temperature change, and I can kind of feel it in the air that the dampness is coming. So I've got to get to work. I've got the blueberries in, and I didn't think I was going to get an opportunity to get these in the ground today. They've been in a, I guess I've had them here for about a week now, and what we did is we took wet newspaper and wrapped all of the roots to kind of keep them moist, and then we put them in a black garbage bag, and so it kept them moist. When I opened the garbage bag up a while ago, they were you know, it was still kind of damp in there. So maybe these will make it. I wanted to have them in the ground within a day or two of cutting them and getting them down here, but again, same thing as with the blueberries. The weather just did not allow it, so they've been inside the house as well. But I think they're going to be all right. Got a lot of roots, and it's pretty. Now, somebody may ask, do I have to have a piece that long? No, these can absolutely be cut into several pieces. The reason I'm not doing it is mainly because I've already cut them. They've already kind of gone into shock, and I'm going to give them the best opportunity I can to make it. So it's already starting to sprinkle. I got to put this camera up, and I got to get to work, or I'm going to be wet. So thanks for following me. See you here next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends. And until next time, God bless. This is James from Butler Farms, and we'll be seeing you.